This is not the SH Figuarts Android 17 from Dragon Ball Z. What's up, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again on the D-Star01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter, Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at a clone, a bootleg, a KO, a knockoff, a China clone, something that you get off of Aliexpress because you thought it was the real deal, or you went on eBay looking for this and you said, holy crap, this thing is $5, $10. I think it's the real deal, and then you bought it and you found out that it's a clone. This is exactly that. This is a clone. This is not real. This is an SH Figuarts Android 17. And we're going to open him up. We're going to see if he's worth the money. So let's open him up now. Enough wasting time. Let's see if this guy is worth it. What we have here is the real Android 17. And we're going to compare it with the real one as well with other action figures. Now, why would you want to buy this figure? Is because they don't make them anymore. And I don't even think they're going to be making a Dragon Ball Super version. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. So let's look at him. Now that I have him out of the box, let's see if he's really worth it. And then we're going to compare him with the real deal. Let's look up close and let's see what's going on here. So, first impressions. The plastic quality is absolutely atrocious. Yeah, I have the real deal here. And yeah, it's not very good when it comes to the quality of the plastic. As you can see here, let's look at the joints in particular. These are cheap plastic glossy joints, whereas the real one has like a matte finish to it. So you can tell right off the bat that these are not good. And even the knee joints, as you can see here, they're really glossy. That means there's no finish on them. Yeah, overall, it doesn't feel like the real thing. And you can even see on the back of the head that it's just not very good. So I know I'm talking about that, so I'm just going to jump right into the real one. So this is the real deal Android 17. And I will show you the differences right off the bat. As you can see, the kneecaps, see, like I said before, super shiny. These are finished to look just like on the pants. And as you can see, the arm joint right there, as you can see, it's super shiny, super shiny on the fake. And on the real one, it matches the sleeve color. So, yeah, and as you can see, the back of the head, that's painted really nice. Whereas the fake one right here, that's not painted at all. And you can see some fraying on the plastic right there. This means that the mold was not perfect. You know, obviously, it's a clone. It's not supposed to be perfect. Let's see. Anything else that I noticed? The gun. What is going on here? Yeah, that's not the... Look at this. What is that supposed to be? It's not a gun. Look at the gun on here. That looks more like a gun on the real one. Whereas on the fake, they just said, screw it, we're just going to make it look somewhat like a gun. But that's not what a gun looks like. At all. Period. That's just garbage looking. Yeah, mostly what I think what I'm complaining about when it comes to the clone here is that it just feels not good. Especially if you felt the real one. The real one just is nice. This is just a beautiful piece of art, in my opinion. I absolutely love this figure. I stood in line at Anime Expo for an hour to get this, and I'm glad I did. But the fake does not feel good. But here's the good thing about the fake. It actually, like when you look at the face, these two are, this is where the fake shines, I think. So it's not all bad in terms of how it feels, but the face look exactly alike. The fit and finish and everything, I mean, it's really hard to tell. So if you're looking for a perfect face, near perfect, I wouldn't say it's 100% perfect. I think the clone isn't bad. Also, if you notice that the handkerchief right here, this one's like a shaded orange-red. This one's more of an orange-yellow. Yeah, that's the real one, just looks much better, feels much better. But if you're looking for a look, and if you just can't, I mean, you can't get him anymore. So if this is all that we're getting, then I'd have to say he's not horrible. He's not horrible. It's just because I felt the real one, that's why I can say, oh gosh, it just doesn't feel good. But if you never felt or messed with or posed the real one, then this is probably going to have to do. I mean, that's really all I can say. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's like, I got this for what, 20 bucks? Not horrible, not bad. So now that we've got the comparison out of the way, let's compare him with other action figures here, okay? So maybe that's where it it falls. Well, obviously we got to see how tall he stands first. Let's see if I can even get him to stand. There we go, we got him to stand. He's standing at about 5 inches, a little bit above. And here's the real one, as I put my pick away. And he's also standing. So when it comes to scale, he actually does scale well with himself for the real deal. And I have Android 18, his sister here. I don't have the fake Android 18. I gave that one away in one of my giveaways, which we will be having a major giveaway sometime this month and a big announcement. But let's not worry about that now. Let's worry about the action figure in hand. I digress. And we have the real swept hair Goku. This is the first edition Goku. And as you can see, they do all stand really well together. And of course, you cannot go without comparing, unlike Marvel. Here's an SH Figuarts Vanilla Coke Iron Man, as I like to call him. And let's compare him with Marvel Legends. And we have Marvel Legends Spider-Man from Homecoming. As you can see, he's a little bit taller. Most American figures are much bigger. And then here is a DC Multiverse Superman. Towers over him. Wow. And of course, we have just reviewed the CRW SAS War Soldier with the Little Armory AA-12. As you can see, they do, like when it comes to like imported figures, he does stand decently well. So let's talk about articulation. This is like where the figure usually falls is articulation, like the joints are too tight or too loose. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start from the toe, we're gonna move that up and down, and no, that is not gonna go any further. And let's see if the real one can do that. So no, yeah, okay, so yeah, they are the same. The toe joints are the same on the fake. Got an up and down there at the ankle. We got a bend at the knee. Okay. That just kind of fell off. Yeah, this is kind of loose. It's not too bad. I just had to push in a little more. So now it's tight again. And we do have that same ball joint there. Can he do a side kick proper? And the real one can do a side kick proper. This one is a little bit too tight. A little bit. Just a little bit. Not too much. Yeah, that's sadly, he can't do a proper side kick as that falls apart. It's almost like the pant leg right here is a little too thick, whereas this one, absolutely perfect, and he can get that nice side kick in. Whereas this one right here, the pant leg is not molded correctly, and therefore it interferes with the top of the pants right here, and therefore you cannot get that unless you kind of try to tuck it in. But even then, compared to the real one, it is not accurate to the real one. But that's okay. I mean, the overall look, in my opinion, on this 17 is not bad. Okay, so let's talk about the center joint. He does do a twist there. Really tight upper twist. Let's see if the real one has a really tight upper twist too. Yeah. So this part right here is really tight. And he has that shoulder joint, and he does have a what do you call it? Bicep swivel there. We have the double jointed elbow, and that one is extremely tight. That one's not going anywhere. Or in the real one, is that going somewhere? Yes, it does. It does have that nice, the bottom joint here is really nice on the real one, but the fake one is not going to move. We got a ball joint there at the wrist, and we got two joints and a super loose head. Let's see if the real one has that. Kinda, not too bad. This one's a lot looser. Yeah, not the best. So when it comes to articulation, it seems like my only true issue is because the pants aren't molded perfectly, you cannot get a solid side kick, where the real one, it just flows so well. Look at that. It's so easy to get that side kick going. Whereas this one, he can hardly get it all the way to his full potential, whereas this one, so easy. This one is tight, which isn't awful, I guess. Like I said, they don't make this anymore. So if this is your only chance, then I have to say he's not awful. So let's go into accessories and let's see what's going on here. So we get all the extra hands, and we do get a proper gun and an extra holster. Now I don't have the accessories of the real one, so I can't really compare. But we'll go over as much as we can here. Let's look at the gun real quick. And let's see if it goes into the holster, which it should. And, well, actually, I don't think it does. Now that I think about it, I don't think it does. Okay, yeah, it doesn't, because you're supposed to be able to remove that. Sorry, it's been a long time since I messed with the real one. As I'm desperately trying to get the... Oh my gosh, I hate that. Oh. I see what they did here. Okay. So remember I said before that the gun they just put it in wrong. Okay, all right. Okay, so I'm having a hard time removing the holster. I think you should be able to remove it, and you can't because, well, let's be real. Yeah, ooh, look here. Let's see what we got going on here. That is super glue. Yes, they have super glued this on. See this white residue right here? Let's see if we can get that to focus better. This white residue right here is a super glue residue. That is not coming off. Yikes. Okay, so they super glued my holster on. Okay. Weird flex. Yeah, and let's get some faces on then. Let's just skip that overall. We'll get the gun on him as the head falls off. Real, almost too easy. Oh man, usually the real one isn't that bad. Okay, so we're gonna remove the head. Let's zoom out. Let's remove this. We remove the neutral face, and we're gonna put this angry face on. And there he is, being angry. We're gonna try to put this back. Ooh, that's really loose. No wonder it's really loose. I think this head neck joint is, yeah, it's not the best. Okay, so I just had to really shove it in there. Okay, so it is better. So I think the problem with this figure that I'm having right now is that out of the box, it seems like they didn't plug all the joints in correctly. I just have to do it manually. So keep that in mind when you're considering purchasing this, that you're going to have to take them apart and then, or just re-plug in all his joints so they move better. And so there he is with his angry face. Yeah, not awful. Then we're going to switch out the face. And we're going to move on to the slightly smiley face. So there he is with his slightly smiley face. Not bad. Not bad at all, I'd have to say. Let's switch out the hair. And we're going to probably keep this on for the rest of the video. So it should just pop right out. That's always scary because you might break that joint. Okay, so we have to remove this joint and replace it with this one, as I thought. Okay, and you could replace it. Let's put, because his hair is swept like that, that means he's probably fighting. So we got to switch it out for that. And there you have it, like some windswept hair right there, ready to fight. Looking pretty cool. Not bad. I'd have to say this figure's not bad. It's not bad at all, actually. So let's try, okay. So I'm trying to get the crossed arms on. And wow, that's extremely tight. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm gonna get the cross arms on without some tools. Oh boy. Yeah, that's an extremely tight fit. Ugh. Nope, that is not coming off with my hands. So you're probably going to have to get some pliers to get that off. So that's not going to happen in this video, unfortunately. So no crossed arms are going to go in. We are going to exchange the scarf here. And then we're going to put on some hands, and then we're going to probably get right to the conclusion. Okay, so that does come off decently easy. So let's plug this guy in. And there you have it. Okay, not bad. Not bad. So let's get a hand on. Let's see, what hand should we? Let's probably do an open hand. And then we'll show off the rest of them in the end of this video. Uh-oh. That's a weird joint. That's not what the real joint looks like, I don't think. Huh. Okay. Huh. Okay, so I took that off. Let's see. Okay, so there you have it. Got an open hand. And he's probably doing a key blast there. Boom. So let's come up with a conclusion for this figure. And I'm just going to jump right into it. As you can see here, this hand broke. Now, I originally had a conclusion where I'm like praising this figure for it being actually really good. But like most clones, everything is just cheaply made, including the joints and all the parts that go on a figure. So this happened. And let's look closer here and let's see what's going on. As you can see, that is a clean cut on that joint when I tried to replace the hand. And this is because since everything's not in spec and not fitted perfectly, this happens. And this breaks, and that's unfortunate, and the joints are cheaply made on clones. There's no quality control on these, so yeah, this is so unfortunate considering that I was actually praising this figure and then this happened. Oh man, guys, this is so depressing. So what can you do when something like this happens? There's several things you could do. You could completely super glue this hand on, and that's it. It's just going to stay with this fist hand, so changing hands is impossible. Number two, you could never remove the hand so it stays like that forever. So he has his closed fist hands. And number three, you could probably try to repair the joint. Now, when it comes to repairing joints, it's extremely delicate, difficult, and it will never be the same strength whenever you try to repair a joint. That's why I hardly do it. When a joint breaks, I'll usually just buy like another figure, or I will buy like a clone and replace it, especially when it comes to the real deal. If I have a real deal that breaks, I will try to get a clone and replace it replace the clone joint and put it on the real one, especially if I inspect it before I replace it and make sure it's of good quality. But this is so sad that this has happened. I guess I'm going to try to repair them. Probably not. I'm just going to leave it as is because, you know, I already have the real deal and I'm not too worried. So I might put that in a repair video in the future. So as of right now, and this may or may not happen to you, let me just reiterate that when it comes to clones, there is no consistency when it comes to quality on clones. You don't know what you're going to get, and it's a big gamble. But is this gamble worth it? Considering that the real one, that if you were to buy the real one, it's like what, $200 now on eBay? I'd say so. I'd say the gamble is worth it. If this one fails, you could just get another one. I mean, they're only $20 at Aliexpress. That's right. I got this at Aliexpress for about $20. All you have to do is look for Android 17. I don't know the seller because I kind of just go for the lowest priced one. So when you get, I would try to get two, considering that, you know, the real one's $200. And if one breaks, you have another one. And if you don't want to get two, get one. And never remove the hand joints or anything that can be replaceable, and kind of just leave it as is and pose them. And if you play with your toys, I don't recommend you play with the clone because this one is pretty much guaranteed to break. So that is my assessment of the Android 17 by SH Figuarts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.